Babani.
Babani. Babani.
Oh, it's BBNY. My bad.
Shave it up.
Hey everybody, Clean Shaver here. So I have a razor review video for you today, and it is going to be quick because, let's face it, my videos tend to be kind of long, and I'm sure that that's probably not the best because I'm lame. Anyway, this is the BBNY and Company black handled razor. That's really the generic name that they've given it on Amazon. And one of their representatives reached out to me, about a week or two ago, and asked if I wouldn't mind trying out the razor and giving them my thoughts about it. And so I am doing that right now. So this razor is well, I'll give you some pros and a few cons on it first. Okay. So some pros, some things that I like about this razor. It's as far as size is concerned and fit in my hand, it feels good. It has good balance. Good balance and good feel to it. It's not too heavy, not too light. It's really in a good feel spot. As far as its performance when you're actually shaving, because of the coating that's on here, I'm assuming it's Cerakote like they put on guns. It's actually very smooth. It glides very easily. I noticed that immediately upon using it, that it glides even better than a lot of highly polished razors, which that is saying something. And it is also relatively cheap. Price-wise, it comes in just under $30. And so that's a really decent price for a pretty good performing razor. Now, cons on it. You'll notice if you look closely under here that it being a black razor and I use soap that usually turns white when I lather it, it shows a lot of the soap buildup. And so I don't really like that. It doesn't, and maybe that's just an aspect of having a black razor, but I feel like I don't know. I don't really like how it looks when I'm done because even on the top cap, it gets a bunch of soap buildup and I don't know. I have to do a lot of cleanup to make it look good. So that's a little bit of a downside for me. It's also cheap. It's not very expensive. And so as it relates to quality, you can't expect a $200 razor quality for $30. So it makes sense. It's a little bit cheaply built, but if that's not important to you, then who cares? It's also very mild. In fact, a little bit too mild. The angle was a little bit tricky to find don't worry, I don't have a blade in here. The angle was a little bit tricky to find, and it's very easy to go past that sweet spot. And so I didn't quite like that about the razor itself. So some pros, some cons. I do like some things about it. I don't like some things about it. There are a few things that I would probably change, but let's get into the points and tell you what I really think about this razor. So my razor reviews, I grade on 4 things: design, efficiency, price, and cool factor. Now, I know cool factor is subjective. I say that in every video. It is. Live with it. Design. So for this razor, I actually gave it a 7. I think it's fairly good. The quality of the build is pretty good considering what it's made of. It's made out of brass and then it's coated with the Cerakote. You can see the brass inside there. It's fairly grippy on the handle. It's a good weight. It's a good feel to it. But I think that it lacks a lot of uniqueness. And as far as, it doesn't stand out against a lot of other standard razors. And so for design, I gave it a 7 because I feel like, it's bordering on boring because it's pretty standard looking. And that's just my opinion. If you're going to make a razor and make it something that's out there and you really want to catch somebody's eye with it, you got to make it at least a little bit unique, more than just putting black coating on it. That's just my opinion. Now, efficiency, I also gave it a 7. Like I said before, it's very mild. And I found that even when I would do 3 passes, a full out shave and even a little bit of touch up, I still had stuff left over. Because it was so mild and because that sweet spot was so hard to find, it lacks in efficiency for me. So I gave it a 7 on that. Now, price, I gave it an 8. Like I said, it comes in just under $30. And that's a good price point for this. I feel like it could probably come down just a little bit on price because I understand what it's made of and how it's put together, and I don't think that the design is deserving of a higher price point. That being said, I don't think it's a bad price point. It's just I don't think it's quite at the optimal point. So an 8 on that. Then the cool factor. Now, I really debated about this because on the one hand, it's not a bad looking razor, and to have a black razor in your shave of the day pictures or even just hanging on the little stand in your bathroom, it looks pretty cool. But like I said before, its design is just lacking that extra something, that specialness to me, where it doesn't make it exceptionally cool. And so I gave it an 8 on cool factor. That brings us to a score of 30 out of 40, or 75 out of 100, 75%, which is a C. So as far as this razor is concerned, it's a fairly good value for the price, but I don't know that I would necessarily go out of my way to get it. It is available if you like the look of this razor. I mean, it's not a bad looking razor, and it performs pretty well. If you like the design of it, you think you'd like to give it a shot, and for 30 bucks, it might be worth a shot for you. I'll put a link to the Amazon listing down in the description below, and please take a look and see if you'd like to try it out. The guys that sent it to me have been nothing but great to work with. I think this will probably end up getting passed on to another shaver, perhaps somebody that I'm trying to get started, and be a PIF kind of thing to as a starter kit. But it's not a bad razor. It's not a great razor. It's certainly not one of the best that I've ever used, but it's not terrible either. So it might be worth picking up for you. Those are just my thoughts. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. I really do appreciate you supporting my channel. I am The Clean Shaver, and I look forward to interacting with everybody that watches my channel. I will be at the Rocket City Shavers meetup in Birmingham, Alabama next weekend, the 23rd of March. And I will also be at Big Shave West in Pasadena in April. So I look forward to meeting anybody and everybody there, and hopefully I'll get to see you. Also, if you like this video, don't forget to like, favorite, subscribe down below. Find me on all of my social media outlets: Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Google+. I forget all the others, but find me there. I'll put the links down in the description below as well. Thanks for watching, everybody. Be smooth, shave it up. We'll see you next time.